Now, Perry, you've given me 3 tips since I've been in this part of the world. One was Top Tee. The other one was La Reunion.
That's the first public golf facility in Guatemala. Top Tee.
And the third one is El Canta.
It means enchanted. El Encanto.
So I'm going to tell you what I think of those things, and then you tell me what you think. Top Tee, Kailai. If I was a young man, I would buy that franchise because in my mind, it's a brilliant idea. You can flick a switch and convert a driving range to a golf course. And not only that, it's a social environment with the lounges, so it turns golf practice from a solitary perspective to a social perspective. So it's golf and fun. What's your thought of Top Tee?
Well, Top Tee is kind of a knockoff of Top Golf, which came out of Britain. So, but it was the first time that somebody said, "Okay, let's incorporate golf into food, beverage." The first one I really built was a golf course in Phoenix, and it was for the Hungry Hunter owner, and we built driving range, a little putting course next to the restaurant. And he said, "Perry, this golf thing is unbelievable." I said, I give them a putter and a ball, and they give me $10, and they return it. He says, when I have to serve a meal, I have to cook, clean, plate, and he said, but really that was the first kind of the merger of fun and golf put together. And through some of the history and some of the kind of stuffiness in golf, we forgot it's a fun game. And to attract the next generation, or further generations, we have to make the game fun. And practicing is boring. I mean, you think about it, hitting balls on a hot range, but if you go to the range at night and have a couple beers and with your buddies,
watch the Golf Channel,
it's totally different. So it was the first kind of ingredient of putting golf in a perspective of dinner and fun and beer. And what's wrong with golf and beer? It's been together for a long time. But more importantly, in Guatemala, it's the first opportunity for people to play public golf. And so we have a lot of people, that never played golf before. And they're just curious about it. They know about our sport and everything else. And you think, why in the world are you driving from St. Louis to Rio de Janeiro? Because we're in the Olympics. All the governments in Central America now have to write a check to golf. It's a huge deal when governments used to say, we won't support golf. So, it's just going to change in the schools, it's going to change in the game of golf, but the game has got to be fun. And Top Tee is kind of interesting. I was afraid that it wouldn't be that popular, so I wanted to have a little course inside, but it was just being creative and thinking outside the box as far as what that facility should be. But how can you beat that? You've got a primary location. It's full all the time. People that aren't different people go to the top story. People go to the bottom story. They all mix.
Great food too.
And
ceviche.
Yeah, and it's going to get better. As you know, but it is bringing golf to people. One of the greatest things is building a golf course is open to people that can, not just private memberships, because now people get to see your art. El Encanto will have outside play. So and so does La Reunion. We think about La Reunion, outside play, and that's for an architect to be able to show your work to anybody or everybody. And this is totally different than building private golf courses. And this society is just breaking out of private golf into more daily fee. Country club for a day. We're building garden gated communities. They line up to buy the houses and they line up to buy the memberships because there isn't anything like that in the country. Now, if you're really watching your P's and Q's, you notice that I built the #1 golf course in Guatemala and the #1 golf course in Honduras. According to some writer, I think his name is Ron Whitman, I guess. You know that guy? And so. Well, the competition's not that tough down here. And so, think about it. And so we're building, this country only has one 18-hole golf course. So, and it was built in the 50s. And the other ones are all 9 holes. And so the ratings might be a little bit exaggerated, but I'm bringing a brand new modern golf course with high-tech irrigation, totally environmentally sensitive. All the stuff that we do in the States, I'm bringing it to this country.
La Reunion, I fell in love with the volcanoes. I shot 77 with Mario Navarro, the pro. I mean, it was a lifetime experience being up there.
And you know how many people won't come down there because they read that Guatemala's unsafe? You know, I mean, it's totally crazy because you can fly to Guatemala City, you can go to Antigua, you can go out to La Reunion, you're perfectly safe. It's an unbelievable golf experience, but it's a volcanic. So you know, it got 600 feet elevation, so it's extreme golf. And you know, margaritas, the service and the food and everything's top drawer. But you know, it's volcano life is different. We don't have them in the United States, and why people won't come down there and support it a little bit more is surprising. But it's been hugely supported by Central Americans because it's elevated, it's a little bit cooler, so they love to go play golf.